Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new
Is your
anime
face
talk.
supposed to not be anything?
Yeah, it's just audio.
Oh.
I'm your host Ben, and today again with Eric,
Hey.
just talking about the new season of Attack on Titan's second season.
Yep.
Which personally I thought they were going to give it some subtitle like Attack on Titan something.
Yeah, I don't think it matters though.
Yeah.
It's just the second season.
Yeah, that's true.
They could
That's
call
true.
it the second assault or something, but
Yeah, that's true.
it's finally here though. I mean, how long has it been?
It has been since November 2014, so almost 3 full years. It feels like a lot longer. I think it's because they originally said it would be 2015 and then delayed it and then delayed it.
And then delayed it, yeah. And then we got the atrocious...
Well, we got the game. The game was good.
Yeah, but we also got the live action movies.
True.
Where you...
True. It really feels like it's been longer than that. That's weird.
Anyway, so we watched
The first
episode...
two.
Yep, the first two.
Mm-hmm. The new season. And I don't know, they were both... Well, the first one I didn't like as much, but...
You didn't like the
second
first one as much?
Well, I didn't like the 12 hours earlier. They still haven't explained it fully, so...
What is wrong with you?
I don't like 12 hours earlier in anything.
Oh my god.
Like, I don't like going back in time in, like, anything I've ever seen. It's just not good. It's like...
So you just want it to be really easy to follow?
It's not that. It's like, usually whenever it's used, which this is the case as well, they show the end result. They're like, this is the big twist. Like,
Yeah, but
they've
that ruined
broken
it. The
into
whole
the wall.
point is so like...
Yeah, but they show it. They're like, this is what happens. And then 12 hours earlier, this is how it happened. And it's like, well, now that you've shown it, it feels kind of cheap, like, the way that it's done.
Hey, what do you mean they didn't show how they broke into the wall?
Yeah, but, like, they've shown that they have, basically. And that's, like, 12 hours earlier.
Yeah, so it's the whole point is like...
It's like,
We don't
this
know
person
what's
got
going
killed 24 hours earlier. It's like, I know what happened now. It's just my opinion. It's just a little bit cheap.
Not really though, because like the part where you know 12 hours before happened in a different location that seems
Yeah, they're
completely
doing
unrelated.
it. They're doing it well so far, but just in general, I don't like
Well, I
hours
thought
earlier.
my opinion's completely opposite. I liked the first episode. There was 2 qualms. You know, they didn't really dislike it. I didn't really hate it. I just kind of disliked it. You know, we have Aaron's typical denseness about his whole relationship with Mikasa, which is probably going to continue forever. Then we have this one scene where this guy's like, you only lose if you give up, and then just gives up and like doesn't even
Yeah.
die with dignity. But that's just me.
Yeah.
And then but overall it was a pretty good episode.
That was a very good, not really a reveal, but when the, because they seemed to show a lot, like you didn't watch, but they seemed to show a lot in the trailers, and it seemed like it was a lot of spoilers, but then when
Oh, yeah, I
this
just
is
watched
obviously
the trailer.
spoilers, we're talking about the episodes, when the Beast walked into shot and he went like, no,
Yeah.
I was like, what? Was that like an error? And then he kept talking and
Yeah.
talking and
And then
talking,
he
and I was
crushed the
like,
little titan.
whoa, okay then. Like, they had that over where a Titan talked once,
Yeah, but it struggled to
and
do
that was
it.
a big deal, and then this is just like, oh yeah, he's talking.
Yeah.
That's a lot of what it felt like, you know, like we've been hyping this up for like,
Anyway.
what felt like 3 years. The whole episode was kind of like, we didn't see much of Eren, we didn't
Yeah.
see much of this, but it didn't really matter, weirdly, like all the stuff that I was hoping to see this season, I haven't really seen yet, and it doesn't really matter because it's like,
It's only the first
it's good.
episodes, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just glad it didn't start off in like a really boring episode. You know, like a
Yeah.
boring start with no action and nothing at all.
It weirdly didn't have much though, did it, in the first one,
No.
other than like the horse throw.
No, because a guy killed a couple of titans. Then it had
Oh
the
yeah,
horse, so
yeah, a little bit, but it wasn't like
It wasn't like a
really
full on,
action,
yeah. But there
And
was
then-
plenty of tension is what I meant.
Yeah.
I meant action in terms of things going on.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I didn't like the second episode as much. It was
Mhm.
Sasha's character development episode. It wasn't a bad episode. So I
Yeah.
didn't like it that much.
Yeah, them realizing that they'd broken through and riding out to save villagers was more interesting than just like
What actually
just
happened,
her
yeah.
plot.
Yeah.
And the whole like attacking the Titan, and then like the axe flying off.
I had a fit with that. I
You
was
got
like,
really pissed off.
I had a fit. She's like, oh, I can't cut through it. And the Titan just sits there and doesn't do anything. And she's like, oh, I'm just going to run away with this girl now. I'm like, okay. And then the Titan got bigger.
Yeah.
Remember that? It doubled in size after it climbed the bridge.
Mhm. It was weirdly noticeable, but it was very clever.
And then there
how
was
they
the
did
part
it.
where like it grabbed her and then she was somehow physically strong enough to like push its chin away and escape.
Yeah. It was a weirdly like I said while we were watching it looked like multiple animators did it
Yeah.
because it was like when it got to the bridge and it reached up, it literally like pulled itself up without its legs moving, so its torso extended,
Its torso
which
extended.
made it bigger, which was smart, but like it was obvious because we'd seen it 10 seconds earlier. It's like
Yeah.
it wasn't that big before.
It wasn't that big. When it's walking down the
Like
the
it
road, it's,
crouched
like,
a
double
little.
size.
It only crouched a little bit to get through the doorway, but then it was like 4 times her size later.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it was pretty obvious. The Beast Titan so far has been very interesting. He kept the gear.
He said he was going to take it back. Who's going to take it back to?
He said.
And what
I
about at the
remember
end
exactly
of the second
what he
episode
said.
with that Titan on top of Connie's house? And it's like, how did it get there?
We're going to the Beast. I don't remember exactly what it said. It said something like. It said take it back to them or take it back like right.
I think he said take it back to them. Yeah.
Yeah, which like, because he can talk, it's kind of like there might
Implies
actually
there
be
are others
plot
that can
with
do.
the Titans now.
Yeah.
The other line that he said that was good was the line about you use the swords so you know we are in the
Yeah,
name.
that we live in the Nape or whatever.
So I'm kind of thinking that the Beast might be like speculation here, like how there's Annie, female Titan,
Yeah.
and there's Beast Titan. Maybe there's like a group of them, and the Beast is the leader or something.
Yeah.
Like us group, we are in the Nape, not all Titans.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
what I'm thinking. Otherwise, yeah, and he's gonna take it back to them, but it's weird because like they already, like all the ones that we know
Are inside the
Titans
walls. Yeah.
have that gear themselves.
Yeah, so it makes it sound like he's from a different faction.
Yeah. Yeah, there might be a lot of weird Titan plot now, like the one in the wall, the Beast.
And then we have the.
You think he's in a different faction?
I said it's just speculation.
It makes a lot, like, if you could turn into a Titan, like if that's what they can do, it would make sense that there would be different factions, right?
Yeah.
Like ones that want the Titans to kill humanity and ones that don't.
Yeah.
Like Eren, but it's weird. It's weird because he did get them to kill him anyway. Like he didn't look like a good guy.
The
He
Beast
still-
Titan or the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just took the gear,
Yeah.
which I kind of thought maybe he's gonna find a way to beat it, but it's like it doesn't matter to them.
No.
They're too powerful for that. There's a lot of interesting stuff happening.
And then we have the Titan that appeared on Connie's house.
Yeah.
And like how did it get there? And you can see like its rib isn't formed.
There's a
properly.
lot of subversion again. Like the one in the wall was such a big twist at the end of last season. I remember like thinking about that for months. Like, what does it mean? And they've like hardly addressed it yet. Like they had the one guy. It's
He
very
doesn't
smart
say
how they
anything,
did
what an
it.
asshole.
Because he doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
But like
But
the
it
way that
tells
they
us
deal
enough.
with him
Yeah.
not saying anything makes you not care. Because, you know, we're going to get him to say something eventually.
Eventually.
It's
Well,
very,
eventually
it's
we're gonna find
clever.
something out.
Yeah.
But I also think like the way he didn't say anything made it seem like it was a really, really big issue.
So the one that had its ribs out, right?
Yeah.
I think,
I
and
thought
this
it
is
got
again
formed there,
speculation. You think it got formed? I think it got birthed there.
Yeah, that's right.
Now I don't. Well, I mean, there's been nothing about it before, like, right?
Well, we
There's
don't know
never
where
been.
all these like hundreds of Titans have come from, so.
Yeah, but it would be really weird if the first one that we see got born inside and left behind.
What do you mean by born? Like born from another Titan, or like?
Yeah.
Just, I
Yeah.
think they got made from a person.
Yeah, no. I think it got, like, the way that it was, like, its legs and arms didn't form, so they, like, left it there. They, like,
But it
threw
reminds
it on.
me of like, when Eren first formed, or no, like
A
when he
little bit,
second
because,
formed.
like, only 2 of its ribs were out,
Yeah,
which was weird.
but it reminds me of when Eren formed, when they were gonna shoot the cannon at him, and
Mhm.
like him and all his
Mhm.
friends, and he like did a partial formation,
Mhm.
and like there was the bones out and everything.
Mhm.
So it kind of reminds me of that.
It's definitely not not an abnormal, but that next level. Because, like, I differentiate between, like, there's Titans, there's abnormals, and then there's the human Titans. And it definitely, to me, isn't one of those.
I wouldn't really comment on
Like
that
there
so
is the
far.
theory that all Titans have humans in them,
Yeah, that's
but
what I
I don't think that is the case yet. There's too much with that to explain. Like it's so complicated.
I think it would be. I'm turning more to all Titans were human. At least
Because
at
it's
one
like
point.
every
'Cause
time they
you
kill a
can't just
Titan, you
magically
don't
get
see
one
a
from
human.
somewhere. True, but like, how do you know that the human
Well-
doesn't burn away with the Titan as well? Because they slice through that.
True, but then the thing is,
But that is a good point. Like, why isn't there a human corpse and
Mhm.
skeleton left afterwards?
mhm.
Or maybe they're failed experiments or something.
I think the next episode isn't going to address this at all.
Neither do I.
Like it'll just slightly touch on it, and maybe by 5 or 6 we might get the answer to how this thing got there, and by then we'll have forgotten about the
I
one in the
doubt we'll
wall.
even get it by 5 or 6. We might get a bit more information, but
I think it's supposed to be a very fast-paced season.
is it? Oh, okay.
I hope. I don't know if there's much more to say. I mean, there was a line that Armin said, but I don't remember exactly what it was.
I
Which
think
is
it had
really
to do
annoying.
with the Titans in the wall. He was
Yeah.
saying something about like it could be even more important than the survival of humanity. Was that it?
I remember that line, but I don't think that was it. Yeah, no, I can't. I can't find. Anyway, I mean, I might rewatch the episode later, and if I see what the line is, I might. I think it was something. It felt really foreshadowing to me. Like I don't remember at all what it was.
Shouldn't I just make it up?
No, I remember hearing it because I like my mouth did a little drop and I was like, "Ooh, did I just hear something?" I think he was foreshadowing a character's death in his words, his or someone else's, because I remember thinking about that, but I don't remember who. So I'm gonna have to rewatch it and see
Alright.
if that's something he did. Probably just reading into it too much, but that's the whole point. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's the whole point. Yeah. I'm just hoping the next couple of episodes are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad that like the production value is still top notch. Like,
Mhm.
they haven't gone like, make everything CGI or something.
Mhm. And an interesting thing, if anyone has any contact or information on the Crunchyroll stuff, we're 99% sure that Crunchyroll
You are.
isn't paying.
You are.
I'm pretty sure that Crunchyroll isn't paying. Is it Sunrise? Who's the
The publisher of
yeah
I don't
Wit?
know.
Is it Wit Studio?
I don't know.
I think it's Wit.
It's not Sunrise. Sunrise are Gundam and
Yeah, Code Geass.
yeah.
We're pretty sure that they're not, because
Not
they
pretty
have
sure.
a free stream, like a public stream, which in my opinion is just to get like press and people coming in and looking, and like they have ads on it, but I don't think they're going back to the actual. Yeah, it's Wit Studio. I don't think they're going back to Wit Studio.
Do
I
they
think
claim that they're going back to which studio?
I haven't. That's the thing. It's like they didn't say it themselves, but the way that all the articles like IGN and all this stuff were talking about it, it kind of implied that it was a way to watch it, like not
Should
illegally.
probably
It was a
actually-
way to watch it
Should
like.
probably take a look if Crunchyroll was actually said or not, or like even just
Yeah,
look on their site.
They haven't
'Cause
said one way or the
It's
other.
not a good idea to just speculate. It's like
Yeah, they haven't said one way or the other, but the way it's worded on IGN is like there's illegal streams on like Kiss Anime, and then there's the Crunchyroll stream with ads, and that's legit. And it's like
yeah, but just because they make money. off
Crunchyroll
themselves.
isn't themselves legit. Crunchyroll like doesn't pay for anime, like at all to my understanding. Like maybe a bit. Like Netflix paid for Knights of Sidonia, but Crunchyroll just like is like Kiss Anime. They just pay for the service.
I know it might not be the same because they get a lot of their stuff from Funimation, who is a legal publisher in North
Mhm.
America. So
But they're for profit. Like
yeah, clearly they're siphoning off most of the profit for themselves.
Yeah.
But like we don't know if a small portion of it actually does go. Which
there's not
frankly
enough.
is better than Kiss Anime.
There's not enough information in the whole situation,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate. I think that's all that we really had to
Yeah.
say. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe and follow and everything else.
And if there's any
hopefully-
other cool anime you want us to watch, let us know in the comments.
probably not going to watch any other.
Oh, that's 'cause you
nothing
fucking
looks
shit.
nothing looks good this
No,
season.
there's still stuff coming out.
Yeah.
Gundam Thunderbolt looks good, but
Yeah,
only
yeah,
the 5th
yeah.
episode is out of that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see any comments and hopefully see you next week or a week after that or whenever the next episode that we watch is. Thank you. Hello buddies, thanks for watching this video on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe up here. I'm trying out cards for the first time, so hopefully they work, and make sure to watch this other video here if you want more. Subscribe for all my content and watch this one here. Thank you for watching.